By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. There's a wide right. 54. Cross the road. Yellow.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
All right.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long.
Check 3, check 3. Check 13, check 13.
Mahomes to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Check 24.
Following the interception here, Mariota. It's caught, Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Where are they, team?
Watch 55. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Too little, Cupcake.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check, 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 check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be there. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They complete it to Hill. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14, but it's now...
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Why? Who? Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mariota gives to Henry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
55.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe, defense.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Not that time for Watkins.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Charlie. Mark 50, Mark 50.
You must.
One. You go tight. You got tight. You got one.
Throwing is Mariota. It's caught by Davis. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the red zone now, Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Your shot. Hey, take your shot back to huddle. Shot back to huddle.
And reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Show an A. Show an A.
One.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Tackles.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
3 buzz.
Here's Mariota. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off inside the 10. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl.
Mahomes now to throw.
I'm on.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe 1 completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Tighten up. Kill.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike. 3. Check Mike 50. Here we go.
Hey. 50. 50's a must.
To throw Mariota. It's caught. Humphreys. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Watch 55. I got you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Here we go.
Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Single.
Delta.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Completes it to Davis. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Going up top. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 78 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Pull it high.
Hey, alert 3.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it again with Henry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for KC. And even 80 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
He's not going to get me.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, check.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. Goes underneath for Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Yeah, baby, boom.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, Be aware, a ball may come your way.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Let's go.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 90 yards. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Now more. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
How about that, partner? A little razzle-dazzle. Fake field goal that turns into a pass and a touchdown. Fooled everyone, including us.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting?
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hey, 43. Bang, 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 bang.
Ship.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Right there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Williams. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go! The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive, it was so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Here's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Okay, ready?
55, Mike, 55!
Hey, get in the weight room.
Get it. Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop. They're going to get out of here with a victory.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yard.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Watch the run. You're soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Today's final score Chiefs 17.